Let's celebrate the miracle of Easter with my enchanting new vintage Easter digital junk journal kit. I had fun putting this one together. I have had to do a lot of thinking and praying because when you look at graphics for Easter, yes, we see Jesus on the cross. Yes, we see that he is risen. But when you're looking at Easter cards and all that kind of stuff, it's always about the bunnies and the chicks and all that kind of stuff. And I just was so torn. I like those. They're pretty, but they're not telling the total story of why we even have Easter. So after some prayer, I just decided, you know what? I'm going to make a fun kit. I'm going to include Christian symbols and pictures for the Easter because it is a Christian celebration. But I'm going to include the fun stuff. So I think you're going to really like this. And what you're going to find here is that there's a total of 22 pages. I've got 8 pages of, let's quickly look at those and you'll see. So I said, I just was like, I want to use all these really fun pictures. Okay, so what I thought we would do is I made these 5 by 5 and that way they can go like on a paper bag journal or something like that. I didn't want them so huge because then the components are way too big. So these are really pretty. Now there's the cross, so we're okay, but that's, you could make that about faith. Tulips get, bloom. Here's some more tulip pictures. Here's some more birds. So I kind of made them as backgrounds, real backgrounds that you can just add faith components. Or if you just want to make a fun Easter journal, go for it. You can do that. Now here's my bunnies. I had to include some bunnies because they are just so cute. And then some Easter eggs, which of course has nothing to do with Jesus Christ. And I love the chick. And I love the little girl with her bunny. And then some more chicks. Well, that can kind of represent new life. So I think that's okay. Bunnies and eggs and chicks. And that's the pages for the background pages. And then I've included 2 little mini tickets that kind of coordinate with these colors. Here's some pockets. And then I made 9 tags. Here's some more pockets and then more tags. So we've got 2 pages of tags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one has 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you get 14 tags. I'm sorry, I was counting wrong, right? So you get 14 tags, 2 different kinds. And so you could put Bible verses on top of those, and that's how you can make it a faith-based. And then you get 2 sets of the pocket holders. And then let me show you the ephemera. So I went online and went to Creative Commons where you can get real vintage antique items that you're allowed to use, and that's what I was able to include in here. So I'm excited about that. Now, as far as adding faith, I always give you some Bible verses or Bible ephemera, Bible word art, let's say. So that's what I've included in this kit. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So you have 9. And this is words about Easter, right? He is risen. He is risen. It is finished. Jesus paid it all. Easter is for Jesus. And this I printed on glossy sticker paper, which I'm not sure I like, but we'll see when I go to use it. And no, that's the right one. I had them too big at the first time. And then I included 9 really pretty graphics that you can use, right? He is risen, and there's the cross with the lilies. He is risen. We live and die. Christ died and lived, and some other things. So, yeah. And then I printed it on paper. So here we go again, the sticker paper, and I printed on paper. Okay, now I printed these on cardstock. And look, these are vintage Easter cabinet cards, they were called. I don't know why the cabinet came in there. Maybe it's where people stored them or displayed them. So you get 8 on this page with some bunnies, but there's some crosses and things like that. And then I made some stamps out of some of those graphics, and then another He is Risen, and I put a really pretty postcard in there. Here's some more of those Creative Commons free public images that we can use. These have to be over 100 years old to go in the free public use. And aren't they pretty? They're kind of strange, but whatever. They're just really nice. So I included 2 pages of those, and then I added some cards in the same size, but they're Easter greetings with crosses. So a couple ways to add faith while you're celebrating and having fun making Easter junk journals, or if you're going to make Easter cards for people. And I'm going to show you how to use those. I'm going to show you what I made for paper bags. And then I did another really cool video. It's a long video, but it's a good one, where I used a scrapbook paper pad. And then I used the Easter ephemera in here and made it more like an Easter junk journal. So that's coming up. I've had a chance to have some fun with the vintage Easter ephemera kit, and I wanted to just give you some ideas. Now, these are not all inclusive. This is just what I could whip up in a couple of hours, but I think you're going to be inspired. The point of this kit is I gave you a lot of like focal point 5x5 pictures that you can use as backdrops on paper bags. You could use it on a greeting card if you wanted to. And then there's a lot of ephemera in this kit, vintage Easter ephemera. So I'm going to show you 2 examples of what you can do. So these couple examples are brown paper bags, which you know I love to use. And there's one of the focal point pages with the cute little bunny. And, you know, just adding some fun stuff. I opened this one up. I didn't keep the pocket, just was playing around. And, you know, obviously it's how much you want to embellish something. So this could be an Easter card, actually, if you wanted to. Or you could put more Bible verses into here. Don't tell me there. Okay. You could put more tags that have Bible verses on them. You could then put a blank tag in here, like something like this. Oops, sorry. And write a note to the person that you want to give it to, right? And just say how much you love them or what Easter's all about. And so this one was another focal point, but I trimmed it out and just cut the stuff out and made it into something fun. So there's one example. Now here's another example, which is really fun. If you followed me, or if you don't, if you're brand new, go back and look in my my Christmas kits, because I did this vintage Christmas kit, and I used this like 12 paper bags, and you would get so many ideas on how to use paper bags from that. So here's another one where I used the background, right, as a focal point on the front. And this stuff that you're going to see me use a lot in these, this is actually wallpaper tape, I think is what it's called. You can get it like at Lowe's. It's $6 or $7, but you look how cool it is. It's sticker. So you just peel the back off and then you stick it on things. So it doesn't look very good on like on a white paper, but it looks good when you're on a brown bag. Just add some little interest. And this one's really pretty simple, to be honest with you. Now, what you're going to notice is this paper is not in this kit. I'm going to really encourage you to use other background papers to make these vintage Easter things. And here's why. Because I gave you focal points, but I didn't give you a ton of background pages, because I have other kits that have all these beigey background pages. I got lace kits. I got some damask kits. I got some bunch of stuff. Or maybe you even have your own scrapbook paper. Go for it. And so just, you know, having fun adding some little bit of lace here and there. And this is a piece from, I don't know which kit it's from. Probably my lacy background kit. And then this actually, I just love this little tag. This actually came in my Valentine kit, but it was so cute and kind of looks like, you know, it's hearts, and Easter can be about that, right? And then I put the key because the key is Jesus, right? Okay, so that's another way to do it. And what I did on this one is I folded it. Let me just teach you how to fold it. So basically, if you have your whole envelope, okay, your paper bag, I kind of fold it not all the way in half. And so I leave this section, and that's the part that I then wrap around. I mean, that's real simple. You don't. And if you want more specifics, like I said, go and look at my vintage Christmas paper bag kit. You're going to see so many different ideas. We've got that one there. And then, isn't this one pretty? It's so pretty. Okay, again, I ended up using some of those focal points, cut them out, use them in different ways. Now this I made a tri-fold, So how do you make that one, Diane? Now, these are the larger brown paper bags. There's smaller ones, which is this one. Do you see the difference in the size? Okay, let me see if I can put on the brown. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay, so see the difference in the size? This is a regular brown lunch bag. This is an extra large, which I got from Walmart. Okay, so this one I folded in and then in, right, to make it a trifold, and I kept it open on this end. And what I used was, in all my Faith Windows kits, I always give you 8 Bible verse cards, and I print extras and I keep them in a little bin here. So when I'm making something and I just want to add a place for somebody to write notes, or I want to write a Bible verse, I use these, and then I just made a tab, right? Okay, so that goes in there. And then there's the really cute, I mean, that's just so darling. And then I just used the parts and added some flowers, and here's some blank tags, you know, that you can write something on. And there's another piece of the vintage ephemera. And then the little envelope, you know, I didn't put anything in there because you could put something else in there that you want. And then I put a grommet, right? An eyelet. I'll get it yet. And just tied the ribbon through there. So that's how I do that one. Okay, this one was kind of fun. Now, this was the first one as I sat down to make. And I'll be honest with you, when I don't just make a ton of little things, it takes me a while to get in the groove. So I think this is good. It's not great. E for Easter. There's your focal point pages that come in the kit. Here's the other focal point. And then I used the pocket from there, and this is one of the tags. And then this verse is from my Living Ephemera kit. There's a couple pages of verses, and if you print them out on vellum, you can use them anywhere. Okay, so I added Hebrews 11:1, and then some doilies. So again, this is pretty simple. That was a simple one. Again, using the eyelet to add my ribbon to, right? We'll tie that one back up, and then I've got a couple more ideas for you. So that's that idea. And then this one, I think this one's actually really pretty. So obviously used a doily, and I get my doilies at Dollar Tree. They have a big pack. There's a huge doily, and there's a bunch of other sizes in there too. I get that there with one of the focal point pages, and then you open it up, and I just added some dot paper that I had sitting around in my stash, in all of my leftovers, to be honest with you. And that's from the kit, and added a pink flower. Now this pink flower, the yellow flower, I got these at Dollar Tree. There was a whole packet of them, and they're 3D. See how they're coupled like that? And then that postcard came from the kit. And then this is open, and I did the same thing. I added a Bible verse card so somebody could, do that. So I didn't close this one up. I just put that on. Okay, so that is using the focal point pages. Now, this video will be out in a day or so, and it's a basically it's a video where I use scrapbook paper, okay? And the ephemera that I used in it is from this vintage Easter kit. So that's why I'm showing you this. So this just has some of the ephemera. It doesn't have any of the focal point pages or anything like that. And so if you are interested in seeing how to make this really fun triple flipper, right? See how it flips open like that. And then you pull it over again, and then you pull it again. This is made from 2 8.5 by 11 scrapbook pieces of paper, double-sided. And so let's go back and look at where I've added. So I'm calling this an Easter little kit, okay? Because here's some of the ephemera from this vintage kit. Here's another piece of ephemera. These are cabinet cards that came out of there. And then there's some little stamps and things like that. What else did I put in here? Those are just Bible verses. Go in there. Okay, let's code this over here. And then I loved the woodland bunny. That was really cute. And then I made some of these. So you can watch this whole video on how to make this. This is coming up. And here's the bunny. I put that on there, which was just so cute. I didn't That's not from the kit. Here's from the kit. I took another one of the cabinet cards and added it on a tag to match the rest of this kit. Okay, and that goes in there. So the point I'm making, oh, and then look at this. I love this. This was the purple. This is another cabinet card, right? And then just some pieces. This ephemeris from some of my other kits. So the point I'm making on here, one more cabinet card from the Vintage Easter kit, is think of this kit in two different, well, I don't know where this just went now. Okay. I'm flipping everything around too fast, aren't I? Here, it probably just goes right here. Okay. So you can think of this vintage ephemera kit as an opportunity to get some vintage Easter ephemera and use it in any kind of a junk journal that you're making, okay? Then you can also think of the kit has some focal point pages, as you can see, and you can make lots of little mini junk journals. You could do greeting cards. You can just do so much stuff with this kit. And to tempt you, I'm actually working on the Vintage Easter kit number 2 because I had so many leftover pictures that I wanted to add. And so I'm just making another vintage ephemera kit, just ephemera. It's not going to have any of the focal points. Okay, so that one will be coming out shortly. So I'll let you know about that one. But here's this kit. I can get this up, get it in my shop, and it will be ready for you to go. The next one will be a day or so. And as I said, this whole video will be up shortly also. Please like my video. Please share, because here we go again. When I ask you to share, that gives you the opportunity to share the good news of Jesus. And please make sure you're subscribed to my channel. I am on a roll right now with so many new kits and ideas and videos. You don't want to miss out on any opportunity to create wonderful faith art and spending time with God.